So I think I know exactly what is happening in that moment in the trailer. Hey everybody, Colton here. So the next Avengers Doomsday teaser trailer has supposedly leaked, and it is an X-Men centric trailer. So I want to read the description for this new teaser, and then we'll break it down, what this means for Doomsday, and what we know about the plot, and then whether or not I think that this description is accurate or, real, because, I've yet to actually see it. Even like the leaked cam footage, I have not yet to have seen this version of the teaser. I too have only read the description. So let's read the description and then we'll talk about it. And I just want to say, I hope you all had a really great Christmas and spent time with your family and your friends, and I don't know, maybe kick back and watch Stranger Things or whatever. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you're looking forward to the new year. I wanted to show you guys what my wife got me for Christmas. It's a Doctor Doom action figure from the 1983 Secret Wars comic, still on the card. Very cool. She's very proud of this gift, so I wanted to show it off because I love it. It's fucking awesome. All right, so let's read this description. It opens with dark scenes inside the X-Mansion. The camera then pans to a metal plate that says Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. It moves slowly around the mansion until we see Xavier in the distance, seated in his chair. His iconic chair then rolls into view. A king chess piece floats in the air, with Magneto blurred in the background. Eric and Charles then reach out and hold hands. The camera lifts to reveal Charles wearing a blue jacket with a black and red X symbol. He is still holding Eric's hand and smiling. It then pans to Eric, who smiles back. Then it cuts to Cyclops removing his visor. His face is covered in black, mud, or blood as a blast of energy erupts from his eyes. A pair of massive metal legs, the legs of a sentinel, then move behind him. He is wearing the costume below. This individual who posted the description included a picture of Cyclops from X-Men 97. So they're saying the costume looks just like that, minus the trunks. All right. Sounds dope. Now, I actually have 2 videos in the works talking about this X-Men teaser for Doomsday, where I get into like Cyclops and his daughter, which I've done a video over on Screen Crush about, so be sure to check that out. And we have more to talk about, like regarding Magneto and Wanda Maximoff and Sadie Sink. But for this one, let's just focus on this leaked description. So the first 2 teasers for Doomsday have been Steve Rogers with his newborn son, and then the second one was Thor praying to Odin to see his daughter love again. So there's a bit of a theme there with showing our heroes and their children and the doom to come, and we get the Doomsday clock. So in my video over on Screen Crush, I theorize that Doom is kidnapping children, and that one of those children will be the child of Scott Summers' Cyclops and Jean Grey, Rachel Summers. And I theorize that for a few reasons. One, yes, there's this theme of legacy that this saga and this movie seem to be tapping into, with our classic heroes now being dads. And with the confirmation, that they're bringing back James Marsden's Cyclops, it would make sense for him to also be one of these father figures. And there's also, of course, Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue, that Doctor Doom has also come for in the post-credit scene for Fantastic Four. Now, what we know about Franklin Richards is that he has the power cosmic, which is essentially the power of his entire universe. And the same is true for Thor's daughter, Love, who has the power of eternity, which, again, basically the same as the power cosmic. It's the power of the entire universe. And if we were to meet Rachel Summers, she, like her mother before her, also has the power of the Phoenix. And the power of the Phoenix is also pretty much the same thing as the power cosmic. It is the power, the beginning and the end, the very essence of creation is what that Phoenix power is for that universe. And Rachel Summers would have that. So if Doom is trying to take over the multiverse, it would make sense if he needed to harness the power of each universe, and that could involve taking the very beings who hold that power of their respective universes. So Thor's daughter for the MCU, Reed and Sue's son for Universe 828, maybe Steve Rogers' son, since, I mean, I would think that he is technically part of Universe 616, just a splintered timeline of Universe 616, but there's also the fact that he just shouldn't even exist, and with, him not supposed to be even existing, that could have some type of implication for him having some type of power as well. Or maybe Doom's kidnapping him for another reason. Maybe he needs to destroy him because he is this being that should not even be in existence. I'm not sure. But Rachel Summers really fits into the whole thing with Franklin and Love having the powers of their universe. Rachel would have that as well if she has the Phoenix. Now, from the descriptions of the X-Men trailer, it's also being described that Cyclops is going through like a moment of grief. I've seen some others describe it that way. So I think I know exactly what is happening in that moment in the trailer. He's covered in mud or blood or dust or all of the above. And I think it is from the X-Men's first fight with Doom, where Doom used the Sentinels to attack the X-Mansion. And I think Doom has taken Rachel Summers the same way that he took Franklin, the same way he took Love, and the same way that he may take Steve's son, who's totally named James, after James Buchanan Barnes, by the way. Anyway, I think this teaser description it's totally tracking with the theory that Cyclops is going to be yet another father and victim of Doom who has their kid taken and is now on this war path against Doom. And God, can you imagine a scene where we get Steve Rogers, Thor, Mr. Fantastic, and Cyclops fighting Doctor Doom in a scene on par with that of the in-game scene with Thor, Steve, and Tony fighting Thanos? That would be cool. And as far as the part with Xavier and Magneto, I'd love to hear that this teaser is showing us that they are on good terms. We've seen Magneto serve as a villain plenty of times, but the last time we saw these two together, not the characters of Magneto and Professor X together, but Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart together playing the characters, Magneto was dying. And they were saying how they regretted spending all those years fighting each other. And they were holding hands. And then the timeline was rewritten and it was beautiful. And I think that this X-Men universe in Doomsday is like going to still be the 10005, which is where Monica Rambeau is, I think. And that's where Deadpool and Wolverine are. And I think it is supposed to be like a loose version of that new future. They pretty much confirmed in Deadpool and Wolverine that timeline has been pretty much rewritten over and over, and they've been really loose with it and like abused it. So it could be kind of like a VHS tape. It's just been rewritten over and over again. So I like that in that new future or in this universe where we're seeing them in Doomsday, that Magneto and Xavier are together, not fighting, and they are two legacy characters being played by their legacy actors. So I'm very down just for all of this. This teaser sounds great. I can't wait to see it. And we'll talk about it a little more in some future discussion videos, as well as over on Screen Crush. We'll have a full-blown breakdown for it once it releases. All right. Again, I hope you all had a great holiday and got to spend time with family and friends, or just spend some time with yourself. Get some time off work, kick back, watch my videos. All right. Thank you all. I will see you soon. Love ya. Bye.